This video is proudly sponsored by Newtype. Tools, accessories, model kits, these guys have it. Hop over to newtypeshq.com and use promo code Otaku for 10% off on your next purchase. Hey, what's going on, my dudes and dudettes, and welcome back to another exciting build from the good folks from Bandai, Japan. So why don't we get started with the 1/100 scale, Master Grade, RX79G Ez8 Gundam. And without further ado, let's get to it. Hello and welcome back, my dudes and dudettes, to another unique build from the good folks from Bandai. And if this is your first time coming to his YouTube channel, welcome. So in my last video, I tackled the RX79G Gundam, and that guy was an absolute blast to build. So I felt that maybe I could build two more Master Grades down the line before I wrap things up. And today, my dudes and dads, we are going to be tackling the Mobile Suit Gundam RX79G Ez8. And on the first side of the box art, you're going to get this beautiful spread of all the weapon accessories that come with this mobile suit. Everything down to the Hyper Mega Bazooka, the backpack unit, some dry sticker transfers to put onto the front and side of the mobile suit, as well as a huge spread of the weapon accessories, which are two beam sabers, Hyper Mega Bazooka, machine gun, beam rifle, and a shield and two cartridges. On the other side, this is where things get kind of cool. You get a front and back side of the mobile suit, while at the same time exposing the cockpit area with, you can see the engine compartment, seeing some really cool little fine little details, which is drastically different from the mobile suit I built last week, pre-posable hands, and surprisingly enough, you get a small little figurine of the main pilot, which is Shiro Umada. Kinda cool. So enough about that, what's inside the box? So, much like in my previous build, you're going to get a nice welcome introduction on what the mobile suit looks like when it's fully constructed and lightly painted, followed by the ever so popular instruction manual. Now, this manual is no different from the instruction manual from last week's build. You get a nice front and backside illustration of the mobile suit, while at the same time giving a hint of lore on how this mobile suit was constructed, followed by the other page, which is like a color pinpoint chart to where you need to really pay attention to areas like to do fine little details, areas that actually move, open and close, give you some kind of hints on what this kit is really capable of doing some poses. And but probably by far the most unique thing, much like in the last video, is the fact that you're going to need a micro Phillips head screwdriver to tighten in areas on the arm joints. Followed by the next page, you get some more beautiful illustration of the head module and the cockpit area. Once again, I think this is a really cool little feature that they really emphasize on this Master Grade. So for those who want to add a little extra oomph of detail and painting, this model kit really encourages you to take it to the next level. As for the following page, you get a beautiful illustration showing off that inner frame of the Mobile Suit Gundam's leg, once again showing you the weapon accessories that comes packed with this bad boy and the pilot. As for the following page, this is where things kind of slow down, but at the same time kind of introduce you on how to do some customization. So if you have some other kits lying around that are from this particular anime, you can do some classic iconic diorama scenes, once again doing some custom painting, what you're going to apply for dry transfers and sticker decals. But probably by far what I like about this particular color chart, they're using a lot of neutral colors without anything super bright and flamboyant, so I kind of dig it. A little confused what the orange part goes for, probably for the Gundam eyes, but it's not too much of a detail to really overlooked. And for the next page, gives you a glimpse of what you can do for the backpack unit, as well as where you're going to be applying the sticker decal. Now, just to reiterate, you don't have to put on the sticker decals if you don't want them. I know there's like a lot of people out there like myself that just don't like the way how they look on the surface, so they are clearly optional and you don't have to put them on there. Just stick with the dry transfers and you'll be good. First, runners up, you're gonna get the ever so popular classic Gundam white pieces, but if you get close inspection, they're a little bit more of a sand wash kind of a color texture, which is absolutely great, followed by the 3 sticker tier system, which are gonna be for the Gundam eyes, camera module, dry transfers, and the ever so popular sticker decals for the whole entire mobile suit. As for the other side of the runners, you're going to get these dark gray pieces which are going to be primarily used for the inner frame of the Gundam, and probably by far the biggest gimmick for this model kit is a small little figurine of Shiro Umada, which I'm not going to paint it, it's not my thing, I'm more focused on the Gundam. And as you can clearly see here, we get the classic pre-molded hands, which is grabbing, fist, and some form of articulation, as well as a glimpse of the backpack unit, some micro Phillips head screws for the elbows so you can create some nice solid tension, a glimpse of the weapon accessories of the Hyper Mega Bazooka, 2 beam sabers, more inner frame pieces for the legs, thighs, followed by more white pieces for the Gundam head, 2 little figurines of the pilot himself, both in standing and in pilot form, and some sea blue pieces for the hip, backpack unit, and the thrusters, and more gray pieces for the weapon accessories as well. And to wrap things up in a nice little bow, you're going to get these turquoise blue pieces for the Gundam feet and also chest area, followed by the only single clear piece, which is going to be for the Gundam eyes and camera module. So before I get started doing any kind of form of customization, I learned a lot from my last build on how to really make these areas really pop out, especially for the shoulder area. So once again, I'm going to cut out these small little slivers of masking tape onto those one little small squares onto the shoulder, just to block it enough so that way when I paint over it, it'll leave that white area exposed to where I can shine an LED light behind it to make it look really cool. So I'm gonna do this for the front and back side for both shoulders. And as for the actual Gundam eyes, this is where things get kind of interesting. What I'm gonna basically be doing is gonna be applying a masking tape over the eyes, and then once it's actually properly aligned, I'm gonna use like the end of my Q-tip and then carefully groove around it so that way I can get the shape of the eye. And then once I get it just right, I'm gonna be using an X-Acto blade to cut around the eye. Now this method works really good because that way I don't have to actually painstakingly paint around the eye with a fine tip brush. This method works way more effectively, and I've used it in my last 3 kits and it looks great.
We did have something, it's hard to explain. Remember that song we used to sing in the rain? My God, the ice cream we used to consume. Somehow we lost it all when we left that room. Maybe we should have seen that we were both betrayed. What if we could set fire to those vows we made and let them burn up? You and I could make it work now. If you and I just let them burn up. You and I could make it work now. And you and I could return back to that room last summer. I still have that old worn out sofa for 2. Every movie now reminds me of you. Maybe we should have seen that we were both betrayed. What if we could set fire to those vows we made and let them burn up? You and I could make it work now. If you and I just let them burn up. You and I could make it work now. And you and I could return back to that room last summer. No rules, no commitments, no jealousy. No plans for the future, just you and me. You and me. Let them burn up. Let's summer. If you and I just let them burn up. And you and I could return back to that room last summer. Hey, I'm a stranger, here to win, here to sin. Oh, hey, gonna make it. Game is on, I can't go wrong. I may just seem to play it cool. I may just rewrite all the rules. table, here to stay, no repay. Hey, feeling playful, never fold, stay on your toes. I may just seem to play it cool. I may just rewrite all the rules. Money maker, super
My dudes and dudettes, as this video is wrapping up, I want to share with you guys my thoughts and impressions about this model kit. So first and foremost, I'm just going to get out of the way. This kit was a blast to build. I mean, I love these old school Master Grade kits. There's something that is very simplistic about it. There's no over-the-top exposed interframe detail. There's no weird transforming gimmick. It's very old school, very easy to put together, and just overall enjoyable. Now, there are some limitations with this functionality, and I have to say that posability, once again, is pretty lackluster. Much like with the RX79G, posability is extremely limited, so don't expect to do a lot of crazy dynamic poses, just enough poses where you can pull off like iconic scenes such as Shiro Mata clashing onto the ground while he's rapid firing his semi-automatic machine gun, or jumping onto a building and using the backpack straps to slide down as he's shooting down at the Zaku unit. You know, just enough posability we can pull off those poses, just enough to make it look like in the anime. Now, I probably would have given the kit a little bit more points if it had like a spare arm set to really pull off that iconic scene where Shiro uses the mobile suit arm as a weapon against the Zaku towards the end of the anime. That would have been great, but you know what, you get what you get, and I'm okay with that. To really pull off that effect, you're going to need to buy another version of the Ez8, so I wouldn't really do it if you really want to pull off that iconic scene. Overall consensus, this kit was great. I had a lot of fun building it, man. These old school kits are awesome. I wish I could tackle the gun tank, but that guy's going for like $150 on Amazon. But there is one classic mobile suit that everyone's been asking me to build, and that will be the final build to wrap up this trilogy in a nice little bow. And with that being said, thank you dudes and dudettes for watching this video. Thank you so much for new watchers. Thank you guys for liking and sharing these videos. A big thank you for the new subscribers, and a big thank you for the new Patreons. And I will see you dudes and dudettes on the next video. Later.